There are stories in history that show how far a leader will go to lift up the people who depend on him. Today's story is one of those moments, a quiet, powerful truth from the life of King Sejong of Korea. A man remembered not for conquest or glory but for something far deeper, giving his people the ability to read and write. This is the true story of how one king changed the destiny of an entire nation. King Sejong was born in 1397, the third son of King Sejong. He wasn't expected to rule. He wasn't raised to be king. But he grew up with a rare quality: a deep, steady desire to learn. While other princes trained in writing and swordsmanship, Sejong spent long hours reading books, asking scholars questions, listening to farmers, monks, and commoners. He believed a ruler could never understand a nation without understanding its people. When he unexpectedly became king at the age of 21, he brought that belief with him. He didn't want to rule from above. He wanted to rule among his people. But the Korea he inherited had a painful problem. Most common people could not read. The only writing system available, classical Chinese, was so difficult that only nobles and scholars had the time and resources to learn it. For everyone else, their lives, stories, contracts, prayers, and complaints had to be spoken, never written. And a society without writing is a society without a voice. King Sejong saw this clearly. He listened to farmers who could not report unfair taxes because they couldn't write petitions. He saw women and children who wanted to learn but had no system they could realistically access. He saw lower-class workers whose knowledge and skills were never recorded. And he made a decision that no one before him had dared to make. He would create a writing system for everyone. A script so simple anyone could learn it. A script so scientific it would represent the sounds of the Korean language perfectly. A script so accessible even a commoner, even a child, could master it in a matter of days. It was a radical idea, and a dangerous one. Many scholars were furious at the thought. They believed writing should remain a privilege of the elite. They said creating an easy script would lower the dignity of the kingdom. Some even said it would ruin tradition. Sejong heard their objections. But he thought of the people again. And he made his choice. He gathered trusted scholars from the Hall of Worthies, the Jifyeongeon, and began working on a script that he named Hunminjeongeum, meaning the correct sounds for the instruction of the people. Creating the script was not easy, and it was not quick. It took years of experimentation, studying the shape of the mouth, the way air moved, the structure of consonants and vowels. It took endless nights when Sejong's chronic illness grew worse. Yet he continued working, often reading until his vision blurred. Historical records show that Sejong suffered from migraines, eye pain, and severe diabetes. By his later years he could barely see. His legs often failed him. But even in pain he kept going. Because he believed the script was not just a project, it was a gift he had a responsibility to complete. At one point scholars begged him to stop. They warned him that the script would bring political conflict. They argued that commoners did not need reading and writing. Sejong answered softly but firmly. A nation's strength begins with the people. If the people cannot write, how can their hearts be known? In 1443, after years of unseen effort, the script was complete. Simple, precise, beautiful. A writing system designed with compassion and scientific brilliance. And in 1446, King Sejong released it to the world through a document called Hunminjeongeum, explaining each letter, its sound, and the philosophy behind it. He didn't create it for fame. He didn't create it to be praised. He created it so that a farmer could write his child's name, so that a mother could record a recipe, so that a daughter could write a prayer, so that the powerless could finally speak for themselves. But not everyone celebrated. Some elites mocked the new script, calling it women's writing because women learned it quickly and used it often. Others complained that it would weaken their status. Still, Sejong did not punish them. Instead, he said, "If they oppose it, let them oppose it. When the people benefit, they will see its worth." And they did. The script spread faster than anyone expected. Farmers used it to record weather and harvest patterns. Merchants used it for trade. Women used it to write letters and poems. Even the lower classes who had never dreamed of literacy found themselves reading and writing with joy and dignity. Sejong watched this quietly with a deep satisfaction that history rarely records, the satisfaction of seeing a dream take root in the hands of ordinary people. As years passed, Sejong's health grew worse. He lost much of his eyesight. He spent many days in pain, unable to leave his chambers. But he continued working to improve the lives of his people. He developed farming tools, weather systems, musical instruments, and medical texts. Yet among all his achievements, one creation stood above the rest. Not a machine, not a weapon, not a monument, but letters. Humble shapes that gave a nation its voice. King Sejong died at the age of 53. He never saw how far his script would go. He never saw it become one of the most efficient writing systems in the world. He never saw it become a core part of Korean identity. But his belief that every person deserves the chance to read, to write, to express themselves, continues to shape the lives of millions today. Hanminjeongeum is now known as Hangul, and it remains one of the greatest gifts a leader has ever given to his people. Even now, over 500 years later, we remember King Sejong not for the crown he wore, but for the compassion he carried. He proved that true leadership is not about power but about lifting others. He proved that a single idea can outlive empires. And he proved that sometimes the greatest revolution begins with a simple act of care. This was the story of a king who believed in his people, a king who listened, a king who created a voice for those who had none. King Sejong, the ruler who gave a nation its letters and changed its future forever.